I just watched Ashin of the North. Man, there was so much packed into this. Just from the beginning, it started off kind of confusing. You're like, what's going on? We left off on the main season of Kingdom, talking about there was this girl in the village, and it's like, who's this girl? And a lot of people were kind of feeling like a way about it, like, well, who's this girl? Why would they introduce a new girl at the end of the season? Well, this is picking off with her story. Her name is Ashin, um, and I don't know if I want to do I guess I'll just do a non-spoiler review. But there was just so much packed into this. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna do spoiler review. Okay, I want to talk about it. So Ashin, they cover this girl's story. They're in the north, so north of where the other kingdom season took in Korea. And so this girl is out in the north, and she's a kid at the time, and she's starting to discover um things in the forest near her village where the flowers are. But the reason she kind of discovered this is because there was a rumor that those flowers could bring back the dead, and as we know, they can, but with just not the way you want it to. You become a zombie. So she finds a cave painting, and it shows her that, oh, this is a real thing. So she ends up, despite her father telling her otherwise, she ends up taking this flower, not doing anything with it at first, until they find a bunch of dead bodies in the forest that were zombies, but they were within this boundary, and they had a bunch of traps set up, so they never actually got out. So these people were soldiers, so the soldiers end up coming to try to research what happened to their teammates, or their other soldiers that were part of their army, and they find them dead. So they report it, they come back, and then they come to just do kind of like a fake strafe through the woods to make it seem that, because they knew that the reason those people died was because they went looking for the herb, so that's why they killed them. So because of that, shit breaks loose. There was a tiger that got infected with the flower. It attacked a bunch of people. There's two different sects of the army within the Joseon army. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. There's two different groups. One is more like militaristic and serves to the higher ups more closely. Another one's more of like a kind of the boondocks, like kind of lower class soldiers. So anyways, the militaristic group says, we're gonna get revenge on you lower class because we think you're the ones that killed our men. So they literally send a team to go raid a village. I don't know who it was exactly, but the militaristic group, I think, sent a raid into Ashen's village. They massacred everyone, killed everyone, like strung them up. It was horrible. So Ashen's in the woods at the time. She comes back, and then she sees them all strung up. It's a heartbreaking scene. I felt it. And Ashen's acting in this scene is it's so good. I mean, I felt pain just watching her. It was a beautifully tragic scene. So then she kind of grows up, and she ends up just trying to find a way to get her revenge. Eventually, she teams up with or kind of just takes refuge with the lower class soldiers. But she ends up finding out that they're the reason that her parents had died in the first place. They ransacked that village in order to let them know that, almost to blame it on them in a way. I kind of didn't understand that. But anyways, Ashen finds a way to get her revenge, and it's through the flower. So she ends up there was a crazy scene where she goes to the militaristic base as an adult and spies on them. And she'd been spying on them since she was a kid because she wanted her revenge so bad. But she went into this village, and guess what she found? She found her dad chopped up. Her legs chopped off. It had probably been 10 years, a decade later. He's still alive. He's still alive, and he's held captive. And the first thing he says, he doesn't even say hi, hello. He just goes, kill me, kill me, kill me. They've been torturing me for years. Like, that's all he could say is just kill me. So she has to kill him. It's another heartbreaking scene. So then she ends up going all the way back to the village and says, you know what, fuck this, I just killed my dad. You know, I thought he was dead already, but now you just made me kill him with my bare hands. This is like horrible. So she ends up finding out at that camp too that the guy that she was refuging with was actually the guy who kind of carried out the order to kill her village. So she just starts infecting people with zombies. The whole village gets fucked up, and a beautiful action scenes where she's like finishing off people that are not being killed by the zombies. Beautiful scene. Lights them all on fire. And then she ends up going back to her village at the end of the episode. And turns out she kept all of her family members alive that had died at the village. Her whole village she pretty much kept alive. The ones that were still, there. And, yeah, she ended up bringing them a body to eat. And she's like, I'm going to continue bringing you guys bodies. And she's kind of snapped psychotically. She's just like, I'm going to keep bringing you bodies until I kill all of Joseon's army. And once I do that, I'll join you guys. Meaning she probably will just kill herself just to join them in the afterlife, or turn herself into a zombie. I'm not sure, but overall, I thought it was an awesome episode. So much packed into one episode. Didn't feel rushed. Could have easily felt rushed, but they packed a lot into this one episode. And I give it a... I feel like it picked off perfectly from the Last Kingdom as far as expectation wise. I'll give it probably a 9. It was a great episode. So 9 out of 10. I can't wait for season 3 of Kingdom now and seeing how Ashin will tie in.